Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on Hypermine Vanilla server. We're at the base and you can probably see in the background up there on the hill we've done some progress. We have actually done a fair bit of little pieces, nothing too big. Like I haven't finished the whole wall, I haven't finished any other projects. Everything's sort of like I'm taking things in stages. And the reason for that is I don't want to burn out on one task at a time. So I've been kind of working on little bits here and there rather than doing like one big massive work on all the walls, work on all this, work on da. So I'm taking this whole build in little stages. So I've done a bit more of the terraforming based on the start of these walls. So the walls I added to add some more texture to the building, so it's not just its flat grey exterior. It's still grey, don't get me wrong, but it's not flat anymore at least. And there's Ceiling Pig. Hello Ceiling Pig. So this is all filled out with the basic temple. So I want to change up some of the blocks. I want to add in like mossy and cracked bricks and things like that to separate it a bit. This middle section where you can see the windows are there. This middle section where there's no windows, I want to put something in there, like maybe another block replacing the wall, just to highlight them a bit more. Maybe like diorite or something white, just so there's a bit more contrast. In addition, I've also replaced the paintings up there with a map of the area, which I think looks really cool, especially with the next project I've got planned. Well, that's right, I've got a new project, or at least an extension of this project. Because obviously this is a lot of resources which you've seen me go through and stock up in the last episode. I've done a lot of mining today, so we're doing pretty good on terms of cobblestone. But we got bits here and there to go over real quick. So, last episode we went over the storage room. Storage room's all good, it's still working. I've built a water vator just to bring stuff up from the mines real quick that filters into this chest, so I don't have to keep coming up and down. So this is a fun little contraption I made because I'm so used to playing modded when it comes to crafting things like mossy stone brick and stuff like that, that I thought it uses a water bucket. It doesn't, it uses vines. But I thought it needed water buckets to make like mossy brick, so I wanted to be able to quickly make them. So I made this thing where the idea was you grab your cobblestone, you'd come over, you'd stand about here, you'd make a little circle, you put in your water, you click it and you get the bucket, and then you drop the bucket, so you just put on the floor and you can hear it goes through a little system, and then don't tell me you've broken. You've broken, haven't you? Come on. Hey! It just spits out a water bucket. So that was my little system. Of course it's completely useless, other than I can throw a bucket here and get some water now. But that was just quite a fun little build to work on. Got my super smelter to obviously smelt everything up. And other than that, not too much has changed inside, other than I've decided to start storing something. So if we come up here and go to the third floor, up this spiral staircase. I've moved the portal inside. I can't remember if I showed that last episode, but the portal's now here, so it's not on the top. But in here we go. This is my diamond vault room. So on the map of Argenvostolt in Kastrad, this is the dragon's vault. So this is where I'm going to be keeping any diamonds I get from the shop. So anything I get from the shops and selling, I'm going to put there. All my other diamonds are going to keep on me. So that's that. This has been built up a bit more as well, so we can see the starting to get the layout done here. We have a pig who somehow ended up on the roof. I have no idea how he got here, but he's just the roof pig now. And from up here we can look at the next project, or the next part of this project that I'm working on. So if we come and look over this ledge, you can see just in the distance there, there's a... Ooh, hello zombie. There's a structure over there. And you can see also there's a road going through this little bit of the forest. So let's go have a look at the map and I can go cover what that is real quick. So I decided my next mega build was going to be like this big dome thing, and I was going to work on that. But I feel like I'm going to be working here for quite a long time, and I wanted to vary what I'm working on. So we have the map here, and we can see here's Argenvostolt on this big cliff. You can see all the stuff that's going on around it. That's all good. But up here with this nice clear area, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a little town or something down there, so that the manor will look down on, and from there they can see the beacon up above. So I thought I'd do that. I'd start building a little town out the back. I don't know if Phoebe's in the Nether. If he's, yeah, he must be in the Nether. He's probably at his gold farm. So I've started to plot out what I'm going to do over here with this town. And you can see there's a road here that's going to probably come around this lake and come up the sort of natural ramp here. So I need to fulfill the big road that goes around. I'll probably do some buildings down in this section of the map too, maybe like some stables and things like that. And then we're going to obviously build a little town up there. I need to update the maps, so I have copies of the maps here. And I need the ones that are up for the town, so I need that one to update. Don't need that one to update, I haven't done anything in that section yet. Nothing there either. I don't think I actually need to update many other than this one actually. So let's head over real quick, and we'll follow the road round to have a look. I've cleared out quite a few of the mushrooms that are in the forest as well, because I'm kind of thinking of getting rid of all of the mushrooms that are in the surrounding forest. That one over there can probably stay, but I kind of want it to feel more natural rather than magical, the forest around here. So this is where the path is at the moment. I needed, oh hello creeper, I needed to get some more resources to actually finish it, and that's why it's got all these holes at this end. But if we come over around here, it starts like properly filling out. Maybe not. Oh my god, there's so many holes. How did I leave so many holes? Yeah, so I cleared out these trees to make this path that would lead round Argynvostok, because obviously that's meant to be on top of a hill, and then we'll come round and you can see where it's planning to be dug out, and then you come to here. And this nice big open wide area is where we can start building all sorts of buildings, little houses, things like that. I've started first of all with building this little area here, which is just a cow pen, just so I can get some steak. And it's quite far away from the building, you can see it all the way up there. And I think like having that view is going to look really good. And what I want to do though is sort of plan out some roads and stuff, because if I can plan out roads, it means I can try and get sight lines to Argynvostok kept in place. So, hello cows! And to go with the cows, I built this massive, well, it's not that massive, this big wheat patch, which actually is why I brought the map over to update it. There's some missing spots, it looks like. So let's grab some seeds and go find these missing spots. And yeah, it's taken me a long time, well not a long time, but quite a while to get enough seeds to fill this whole area out. But alright, there we go, where have we got these blank areas? Around here. Ah, there you are. Is that all of them? No, there's a couple more over here. Ooh. No, do I have my hoe? I don't have my hoe on me. That's going to really bug me. So I wasn't sure if I was going to make this anything that you could... damn it, that was stupid. That you could go into, or if it was just for looks. I was thinking just for looks, because it would be quite cool. Why did I jump? Think, use your head. Use your head, Vito. So, we have the farm there, we've got the cows here. So my plan is to build a sort of farmhouse first down here. And if we head up, you can see probably just about, there's another path coming down from the manor itself, and that's just going to be so I have a quick way in and out without having to go all the way out the front, round the banner. The path around the front's more going to be for people who are visiting from sheep. Do you mind? More for people who are visiting from spawn. Alright, so let's go in here. This is just a temporary entrance for now. I've not decided how I'm going to do it proper yet, because we've got to work that out. But you can see we've got a lot of stuff to work on. We've got a large area that I've planned to work on. And I plan to make it not take all season, but like this is going to be my main driving goal for the start of the season, is getting this manor done. At the same time working on a small town down here, maybe some little outbuildings down here. I also have all this area over here, which is quite interesting generation, because we have a lava pool and a ravine on this map. So part of me is thinking of having the town have a little bridge that goes out over here to sort of some kind of excavation or mining system over in the ravine. I haven't thought of anything for the lava yet, but it's quite cool that you can see where all the trees have burnt down from just being near it. And then you have this over here, which I'm pretty sure is a swamp, which I don't actually remember going down to, which is yeah, because it just looks a bit weird. So we've got a lot of room to work with. I'll probably leave this forest as is, other than taking out the mushrooms, because, like I said, I wanted it to feel more like just a dark forest rather than a dark magical forest. Slight difference, ever so slight. So what I plan to do is I'm going to do a quick bit of work planning out some of the roads and stuff and some of the building placements that I wanted to make over there for the town, and we can see how it looks from up here, which is really useful. I need to finish off these floors as well so I can get a view from there, but at the moment, currently, these just are the walls. There's no actual interior in here. Also, I have to be very careful around here. I really should put some glass in, because that falls right down to the bottom layer currently. And there we go. Whee! Thank you for falling. So, we'll be back in a moment. I'll do a quick little time lapse of plotting out how I want the town to look, and I will take some maps with me just so we can keep the layout. Okie dokie guys, so we've actually made a fair bit of progress over here, and I quite like how it's looking so far. So, what I've done is I've used granite to lay out where I want the roads to be, and I've used diorite to lay out where the buildings are going to be. Now I've got a bit more to do down over here. So I've got a little bit more down to do with this area, but for the most part, we've got a good layout going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly update my maps. I realised I'm missing one. So these, see, this one needs a bit more update. This is where the main chunk is. It looks quite weird at the moment. It kind of reminds me with how, like, white they are and kind of the shape. It kind of reminds me of the forest spirits from Princess Mononoke. Just their little heads, little rattling heads that they've got. It just reminds me of those. It's just quite amusing. So let's see how this looks on the map and figure out which map I need to take to update the rest of it, because that will give us a good idea of the layout that we're going for. So, a little more, come just round here, and BAM! There we go, we've got a bit more actual stuff going on here now. So you can see the little layout going on there. Let's just jump on a block to get a better look. There we go, so I need to update this map here. But yeah, that looks quite cool. I think like that's the right amount of size for each building. The shape is obviously just temporary work in progress, so I need forest with a bit of green on the right side. So let's pop these away and find the one I want. No, not that one. Ooh, that one. It's going to be two maps then, since it's going. Ooh, whoops. So I know those first two are actual. Where is this map I need? Is it this one? It might be that one. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that might be that corner there. So, okay, we've got the two maps, we need to update it. We got a load more diorite still, so we've got more house planning to do. I'm just going to quickly go over some of the build details while we're heading on over that I've got planned to do. So I have a few actual planned buildings. So like, I have a few that I know what I want them to be, but most of them are just going to be little random houses. You know, no real purpose to them and stuff like that. Let's see if this was the right map. I'm starting to think it wasn't. Or have I just not actually reached this area? Oh, it's just that I haven't actually reached this area yet. Okay, so my main plan is just a lot of little houses, nothing really in particular. So what I'm doing is I'm just coming in, placing a few blocks, not you, and then just making little, sure there's a gap between each of them, but just trying to give them some interesting shapes. So when we actually get to building them, we can actually build something that has a bit of form to it. So there's no real plan on how these are being... Why are you following me, pig? No real plan on how these are laid out. They're just higgledy-piggledy. There's a few little areas I'm leaving gaps to do other things with. So you can see this area here I've deliberately left because the fact I've got the water here, I'm probably going to make this little section into a pond that comes off this central sort of crossroads, as it were. But then I have some ideas for actual planned buildings. So down here, down the road towards the farm, I plan to have this be some kind of farmhouse with a windmill. So this one needs to be a fairly roundish shape, although it needs to obviously need the main thing in the middle. But because I need a round shape with the windmill, what I can also do is have a little extension off to the one side where the main building is. So this one's actually going to be quite flat, I think. Give me some more. But you see, it's quite a large building compared to the rest, and that'll be probably like a windmill in the middle. Although actually, no, this one wouldn't make sense to be a windmill because it's going to be blocked by other buildings. I think the windmill should go here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a quick circle. So let's go 5, 5, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll go another 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2. So this will be my layout because this is actually a near perfect size looking at how it fits in. And then I need this map. I think it's going to show. Oh no, I haven't got the map. Damn it, I left all the maps I need. But this will be a windmill for all the flour and stuff. And then I can put a small little building down here as well. So yeah, I'm just mainly placing things where I feel I need stuff. I might leave... Do I leave this water? I'm going to leave that water there, so I'm just going to take this back one. So I'm just placing shapes, seeing how they look. Not committing to anything with this yet, so... All of these buildings will probably be an episode... Like, I'll probably do a couple of an episode or something like that. Like I said, this is so I can split my projects up and not get too bogged down with just doing one big project and stuck in. I want to keep the series going with lots of little projects, lots of little bits here and there, so that we always have something to do without like being like, oh, I need to do all the walls of the thing. Cool, that's going to take me hours, and then I just get stuck doing one thing. I don't want to do that, so doing this little housing and all this mapping out, this is going to be good for today's episode. I feel that it's going to be quite a nice little thing to have ready for us to do next episode, where we can actually start working on some of the actual houses. So a bit more about the plans. Obviously town centre with good sight line up towards the castle. You can see the beacon. I deliberately placed that like so. You will lose the sight if you like go between some of these buildings, but I want it so quite often... Where's that path went? One of these paths went behind the trees. When you have a junction, you'll always be able to see a little bit of it. Hopefully, like... Well, you'll always see the beacon because it goes up forever, but try and make sure that you can always see something. So, if you have any ideas for buildings, do leave them down below, because I'd like to get a few different types of building in. I don't want to just stick with one type, although they all need to be the same style. which I'm thinking, because we obviously have a big stone mansion, is going to have to be medieval. I will do a modern build at some point, I swear, but to go with the mansion, I think it needs to be medieval in this case. Ooh, not that. So if you have any suggestions, or even suggestions on what type of buildings to build, so like you could have things like, oh, the words escape me, like we're obviously going to have the windmill, and like, well, what goes with a windmill? Well, probably a bakery, so I'll probably build a bakery somewhere nearby. There's probably going to be a blacksmith, you know, things like that. So if you have any building ideas on like the types of building that we should be having in this map, do let me know, because those sort of things are great. They can give good inspiration. Do I want to leave this bit open, or do I want to... I probably actually want to take a path around here, because there's no road this way currently. So we're going to build another road in. So this is just how I'm doing the roads. I'm just sort of wobbling a bit of granite around. I'm not trying to really stick with a set shape. I just want to have it sort of meandering. So none of these like super straight roads, they're all just curvy little ones. So this will mean I can have a big house up here. You can have another house still something down here. I might actually do like a farmyard thing down in this bit, just being next to the windmill and all that. So yeah, just getting some different ideas together as I go, laying some more blocks out. Let's see, what roads have we got that would be good to have something in? Did I start a building and not finish it? I did! Let's finish that off now. That must have been when I ran out of dye, right? And part of me is like thinking like, oh, I should build like someone's a noble's mansion. I was like, that's right there. That's the noble's mansion. Don't build another one. There's no need. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. I'm going to finish off this, get the maps updated, and then do some planning on how I want the town to look. Do probably some mock build designs, just in a creative test world, and then move on over to start actually building some on here. And then hopefully by next episode we'll have a couple done. I'll probably, once I've got the layout for this all finished, I'll probably focus a bit on getting some of the, the outer walls more done on this, so we have a nicer view. Come out to there. And then hopefully next time we can do some nice little build housing. So, build housing, house building. Come on, use your words. So thanks for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, blah 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 blah, all the usual. Okay, I thought you would have slept rather than do that, but okay. All the usual sort of gubbins that you get around with YouTube. So, and as always, see you next time. I'm gonna survive the night with my steak. Toodles.